Welcome to Pod Me If You Can TV. What have you got for us, Lloyd?
This week's episode, I have chosen Oliver Stone's film The Hand, starring Michael Caine.
Pardon me if you can. Movie reviews.
Michael Caine plays a gifted comic book artist who has a severe car accident where he loses his right hand, effectively ending his career. Moving to New York with his wife and daughter to start a new life, he has horrible nightmares of his hand coming to life and murdering people. When he discovers that the people of his nightmares are dead in actuality, the film spirals into madness and it becomes a battle of the conscience. This is Oliver Stone's second film. Prior to this, he was a master of screenwriting, notably Midnight Express and of course Scarface. This is his second and only horror film to date, and in the audio commentary of the DVD, he describes this as a time when he was just learning his craft. Since then, Oliver Stone has directed some of the best films of the last 30 years, and it is, in my opinion, Oliver Stone is currently the best director in the world currently living today. Many writers have ventured into the story where the main protagonist loses their right hand, notably Paul Schrader with Forever Mind and Rolling Thunder, and of course Stephen King. I couldn't think of an example of a Stephen King story where the protagonist loses their hand, but I'm sure a couple of them are out there. It seems interesting that writers have this really big fear of losing their main instrument for creativity. And I think that's what this film ventures into. It ventures into fear, terror, and horror. On the surface, The Hand is a simple horror movie where a severed hand comes alive and starts killing people, but on a much deeper level, it is a venture into the passions. Michael Caine is excellent in this movie. He displays a world of fury and madness behind his performance, especially within his eyes. I think he's absolutely terrific. There is some fantastic special effects created by horror legend Carlo Rambaldi. Oliver Stone apparently asked for like 30 different hands in the movie, so they had like a walking hand, a choking hand, and a running hand. I think this is a very intelligent and interesting film that shares many attributes and themes to David Cronenberg's The Brood, and I think this is a remarkable achievement. It has been heavily criticized, scoring about 14% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. For a horror movie, this film has incredible deep drama, especially with Michael Caine and his family. It delves into temptation, jealousy, love, hate, sexuality, and the loss of relevancy, particularly when Michael Caine loses his hand and he realizes that his days as a comic book artist are over, and there's all the frustrations, and I think that's what the horror element of this film embodies. These themes are mostly absent from I'd say 98% of modern horror movies, and I think this film stands proudly tall in a genre of exploitation and mindless violence. Check out my review of Simon Says on this YouTube channel as an example. You can find this movie on eBay and Amazon, and if you are going to see this, definitely get this edition, and after you watch the movie, check out the audio commentary by Oliver Stone, because it's awesome.
Wow, Oliver Stone doing horror films. It must have been early in his career.
Do you think that's... it seems to be a lot of trait of a lot of great filmmakers to start doing small horror movies, because there's just something about working in low budget, and those you can experiment a lot with the camera angles and lighting and special effects and things like that. Yeah, you sort of...
Definitely.
Yeah, you sort of learn your vocabulary in that area.
That's fascinating. Yeah, but I think once they become fully fledged directors, like Oliver Stone now has more of a political agenda.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to bet a lot of people don't agree with you that he's the best director working today.
No, that's understandable.
Look, I think people should probably just hammer the comments section below with who the best director is, and we'll have out the argument there.
The greatest director currently alive today is, in my opinion, Oliver Stone. Let me have your thoughts, guys.
Yes. I just wanted to ask about the car accident that loses his hand.
Yep.
How is that handled? Like, is it any gore or anything?
It's very gory and very graphic. On the audio commentary, he describes it as a very hard day. He spent like 3 days just shooting that sequence, caught from many angles, and it is pretty gruesome. Like, I think he's got his hand out the window, obviously, and then the girl who's driving is not paying, his wife is not paying attention to the road, and as they turn a very tight turn, the car skids alongside this truck, and his hand just flies off. It's pretty graphic, yeah.
Okay, wow. All right. So if you can find it, it's a recommendation from you.
Definitely.
Find more of our films at this YouTube channel or at www.podmeifyoucan.com.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Check out our podcast at www.podmeifyoucan.com.